Stamford Bridge has just witnessed one of the darkest nights in Chelsea FC's European history. A crushing 2-8 aggregate defeat to Paris Saint-Germain has rendered the glorious memories of the FIFA Club World Cup distant and faded. Chants calling for Roman Abramovich echoed around the stadium, like a blade cutting into the pride of the current ownership. And even amid that bleak gray atmosphere, there was a statement that left the True Blues with a heavy heart. After the final whistle, Enzo Fernandez, who had been wearing the captain's armband, was asked directly whether he could guarantee his future at Chelsea FC next season. The 25-year-old midfielder left the door open. "Right now, I'm only focused on the present. We still have 8 matches left in the Premier League and the FA Cup. After that comes the FIFA World Cup, and then we'll see how things unfold." The phrase "we'll see" raises real concern. A player who arrived for a massive £106.8 million fee, tied down to a long-term contract running until 2032, is now leaving the door open for a potential exit, precisely at a time when Chelsea FC are in turmoil and most in need of unity and stability. The situation became even more sensitive when the media turned their attention to head coach Liam Rosenior in the post-match press conference. First of all, I haven't even seen that interview. Commenting on rumors or speculation right after a defeat is not appropriate. My focus right now is on the most important things, specifically preparing for a positive result against Everton FC this Saturday. Clearly, the coaching staff had no intention of adding fuel to the fire. But speculation, as always, refuses to rest. To fully understand why the words of the 2001-born midfielder have caused such a stir, one must look at his contributions this season. Despite the team's inconsistency, the individual performances of Enzo Fernandez have been a rare bright spot. Across 45 appearances in all competitions, he has recorded 12 goals and 6 assists. More notably, no player has started more matches or logged more minutes than the World Cup winner at both international and club level. When Reece James suffered his 10th hamstring injury, the captain's armband was handed to Enzo, clear proof of his growing influence. His most remarkable transformation lies in his playing style. Once a deep-lying playmaker focused on ball recovery and distribution, he has evolved into a far more advanced and aggressive presence. On Sky Sports, Jamie Carragher described Enzo as one of the Premier League's finest penalty box infiltrators, praising his instinct for danger and his ability to appear in decisive moments. The inspiration behind this evolution traces back to Frank Lampard. The former Chelsea icon briefly coached Enzo during his interim spell between Graham Potter and Mauricio Pochettino. Enzo himself admitted, "He is an endless source of inspiration. Since arriving here, I've watched countless videos of Frank. I studied how he moves in the final third, how he times his runs into the box. I don't like comparisons because his legacy here is far greater than mine. He's an idol. I want to follow his path." In a striking coincidence, statistics show that after 151 appearances in blue, Enzo has scored exactly 27 goals, the same tally Lampard had at that stage, both wearing the iconic number 8 shirt. Beyond his attacking sharpness, his physical development has also been significant. At the start of last season, former coach Enzo Maresca dropped him in favor of Romeo Lavia due to concerns over physicality. That setback became fuel. Enzo committed himself to the gym, improving endurance and core strength. Now, data places him among the top 15 players in distance covered in the Premier League. Rosenior has praised him as well. He's full of passion and hunger to win. "Roy Keane used to be my manager, and as a player, he probably showed that level of intensity 20 times per match." Looking back at his 3-year journey in London, Enzo has already built an impressive resume. He played a key role in Chelsea's triumph in the UEFA Europa Conference League and lifted the FIFA Club World Cup last summer. Yet paradoxically, Cup success has not masked the systemic instability over the long run. This season, Chelsea continue to struggle in the race for a Champions League spot. Their only remaining hope to salvage silverware lies in the FA Cup, where they are set to face Port Vale FC in the quarter-finals, having already exited the EFL Cup after a semi-final defeat to Arsenal FC. So what drives a captain, in top form, to even consider leaving? The root cause lies in instability at the highest level. Since joining in January 2023, Enzo has worked under 5 different managers. Constant changes have turned the club into a tactical maze. For a midfielder entering his prime, stability is crucial. Continuously adapting to new systems, both collective and individual, has become a major obstacle. Despite his willingness to adapt, such constant upheaval inevitably erodes trust in the long-term project. Off the pitch, another development has intensified speculation. The Argentine midfielder has quietly changed his agency, joining a new group that includes compatriot Javier Pastore. For those who understand the transfer market, a star changing his agent is rarely a random move. It is often a stepping stone toward a major transfer. Javier Pastore, a former player who spent many years at Paris Saint-Germain, maintains close ties with the club's Qatari ownership. This invisible connection inevitably raises questions about a blockbuster move that could see him arrive in the French capital. At this point, the decision lies in an internal battle between loyalty and ambition. He once stated, "The truth is, I'm incredibly proud of my 3 years here. Football is always changing, but I've always tried to adapt and help the club. I give 100% in every training session and every match I play in this shirt because they put their trust in me. I want to win more titles because that's what this badge demands." Clearly, he still holds deep affection for the West London club, values the support of the fans, and fully understands the responsibility that comes with his role as vice-captain. However, loyalty has its limits. If the club's hierarchy cannot present a clear roadmap, and if the team fails to secure a place in next season's Champions League, then holding on to a player of such quality through sentiment alone becomes impossible. A footballer's prime passes quickly, and a talent like his deserves to consistently perform on the grandest stages. If a departure does happen, where could he go? European media have pointed to 3 main suitors: Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, and most recently, wealthy clubs from Saudi Arabia. A move to the Middle East is likely to be ruled out quickly, as a 25-year-old at his peak, competing at the highest level, would hardly walk away from elite football, especially given the current instability in the region. In reality, the story revolves around 2 European giants. Real Madrid, the royal club of Spain, has always been a dream destination for South American players. The Los Blancos galaxy is in need of fresh energy and sharp tactical vision to reinforce their midfield. Playing at the Bernabeu essentially guarantees annual contention for the Champions League, an irresistible pull. Meanwhile, Paris Saint-Germain offers a different kind of appeal. The French side has just eliminated Chelsea from European competition, a clear statement of their ambition and level. The presence of Javier Pastore could act as the perfect bridge to facilitate such a move. At the Parc des Princes, he would be surrounded by elite stars and guided by a top-class tactician like Luis Enrique. As for Chelsea FC, the remainder of the season will be crucial for the board and coaching staff to prove their ambition. A top 4 finish or a domestic trophy could help restore belief among key players. Head coach Liam Rosenior will need to give everything to repair the psychological cracks and guide the team through the storm of criticism. Yet, what Enzo has already said to the Argentine media cannot be taken back. Doubt has begun to take root. Whether he chooses to stay and continue contributing to a challenging rebuild, or leaves in search of a brighter horizon, Enzo Fernandez will undoubtedly be one of the most talked about names in the 2026 summer transfer window. A midfielder with sharp vision, outstanding penalty box runs, and an uncompromising fighting spirit is a luxury every top club desires. At 25, he stands at a crossroads, one that will not only shape his own career, but could also shift the balance of power among Europe's elite.